What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Reacting here, and today I'm going to give you a sort of commentary vlog, more questionnaire sort of thing with my boy Spazzz, who's also founder of the American organisation side of Stage 3 Gaming. In this, I don't know whether to call it a meeting or an interview, call it whatever you want, but today we're just going to be having an open discussion about from past to present about Call of Duty, where it's come from and where it's going to. We're going to be speaking about, excitingly, the new MLG variant rules that are coming into AW now. We finally have them. We finally have them nearly after a week, but finally we have them. And we'll be talking about Stage 3 gaming in general. So without further ado, we will begin. Spazzz. So you started off your career in Modern Warfare 2. What inspired you to go comp in the first place?
What actually inspired me was watching a YouTube video from Optic Nade Shot. I believe it was just a little GB match, and it kind of got me intrigued. It got me curious on what was going on. I looked more into it, and I saw that I could actually do this for, I guess you could say, a sport, so you can say. And I figured give it a try, see how it goes. And I started playing, and it was honestly a lot of fun. After that, I kept competing. I went into Black Ops 1, still competing. And I stopped in MW3 for a little bit. I took a little bit of a break just because I couldn't get the feel of MW3. And then I picked right back up Black Ops 2, and I've just been grinding competitions since then. I've gone to a couple of local events. And looking to go to more main event events in the future.
Yeah, awesome. Do you remember your first ever GB match? Because I remember mine as clear as day. Same scenario as you, right? Modern Warfare 2. I got bored of pubs because I was just a team deathmatch sort of guy. I didn't know anyone in professional in the esports community, nothing like that. And I wanted to challenge myself, so I thought, yeah, alright. So I randomly just typed in on Google something like competitive gaming or something like that, and then it came up with game battles. So I was like, alright, we'll give this a go. My first ever match was an S&D derail, and I kind of didn't know what I was doing, didn't know the rule set, didn't know I didn't understand the plant and defuse times on S&D or nothing like that. So what happened was these guys, they just started rushing us with UMP45s. Like, it wasn't even funny. And then message just saying, straight after, just saying, look, you need to do your research before you come in because it's a different level. Because I explained my situation. I was saying to him, look, like, I play a lot of team deathmatch and I'm here to try it out. So that didn't end too well. Then it's pretty much the same thing as you. Black Ops 1 is when I started getting into it. That was, again, I screwed up on that too. Like, do you remember when domination was a big thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a really big thing, and like you would have to run around more, and you know you don't get none of these like perks or all this jumping around with your exosuits. Back then, it was all mental state of mind, and it was a lot more connection based. It was different, especially Hanoi. Hanoi was a good map on domination for me on Black Ops 1. For me as well, Modern Warfare 3. Sorry, I gave it up. Because there was just too, it was, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like a Call of Duty, so I didn't play it. And then Black Ops 2 started getting in league play. Admittedly, I sold Black Ops 2 3 times and bought it back 4 times because I was frustrated at the start of the season, and then I finished it off and I bought the Hardened edition. So that, you know, we've all been there. It's all fun and games. So. Anyway, going back on topic, we are going to be, now we'll talk about more to the advanced warfare side of things. So, what have you made of this game since it's come out on midnight, off day 0? Because I know you got it because we played together on day 0.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm loving this game. Right now, how I'm seeing this game go is it's probably going to be the best competitive game for gamers and for spectators. It's got a lot of more movement. It's very fast paced. There's never really a dull moment in this game. People are always in a gunfight. Even S&D, it's even a quicker pace. So it's a lot more fun to watch, I honestly say, and I definitely have a lot of fun playing it. So, I mean, Black Ops 2, as of right now, was the best comp game there was for anyone. Well, I honestly see, as of right now, AW is going to take that over. And, I mean, that is a big statement, considering it's only been out for a week.
It's a really big change. I mean, even though Ghost was to a certain degree good, because as much as the connection, it was more connection based, it made you think in a different way where you wouldn't normally think, because you was like, alright, well, you know, I have no ping rate that I can go by, I can't check my connection, I can only go by gunfights and stuff like that. Or you would know if you're just rubber banding where you're skipping back. Yep. So, you know, it made you think. And that improved a lot of pro players. A lot of pro players said in their like YouTube videos, they were like, well, yes, they didn't like Ghost, but it made them the better player because they had to think a different way. And you know, that's what's made it fresh about this game. I think the fact that we had to put up with a lot of I don't know what to call it, getting robbed off, I guess, for a year. And then coming to this to know that you are getting hit registrations, you are getting this is happening, you know you can snap someone and you're not going to get killed by a bulldog around the corner, that you do have an even fighting chance, and it's all to do with reflexes. So I like that game for that reason, the difference. Now, when was the last time, I'm assuming this, but is this the sort of game where you go off at night but then you're addicted to it and you want to come back on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you felt about that on a Call of Duty?
Oh, I'd have to actually say it's a toss-up. I mean, I did it in Black Ops 2. That was the most recent. Like, I'd get on and just go. I didn't care what time it was at. But I really saw myself the most addicted to was MW2, hands down. I was addicted to that game. I loved that game to death, and I mean, I'm gonna miss that game no matter what. That was probably one of the best games Infinity Ward made.
Apart from the noob tubing, but we won't go there.
I had an issue with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it going into a ground war knowing the game was over before you started because someone's got that backpack on plus a noob tube. It was just impossible to do anything.
Never had an issue.
So then what they try and do is they put Modern Warfare 3 to implement Modern Warfare 2 to give it what is missing out, but then the whole idea of moving on is because you've had enough of the game in the first place. So I didn't agree with Infinity Ward trying to bring back some Modern Warfare 2 stuff that everyone loved when they moved forward for a reason, because they want to keep the trend, and you know they don't miss it. They don't miss the drama. So you can't. It's like Terminal, for example, when they brought that back to MW3, it was like, oh yeah, Terminal's coming back, right? It was fun at the start, and then you just thought, well, it's not the same because I'm not going to get noob tube around the corner. So yeah, I mean, I'm the same. Modern Warfare 2. Like when I go off at night, like, I want to come straight back on this. When I'm working, I want to come back on this. Like this game just has me so hooked right now, and I can't wait to see. I'm actually gonna be excited to see COD Champs if there is one this year. I'm pretty sure there will be.
Oh, there will be.
Yeah,
it's every year.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait. I'm like, Black Ops 2 is amazing. I heard from a few friends of mine, or a few opinions in the community, that it Ghost felt like it was fixed for the certain roster. I can't remember who won it, to be honest. I didn't really care.
Are you talking Black Ops 2? Freako Impact actually won Black Ops 2.
Freako Impact won Black Ops 2, but I'm trying to think who won Ghost. I can't remember.
Evil Geniuses.
Did they?
Yes.
I heard that was fixed, but that's a different matter. We won't go there. So, this is most exciting topic because I've been waiting for this. MLG variant settings. MLG variant settings in COD Ghost. I'm so excited. COD Ghost, my bad. Sorry guys, we've been there. AW. We'll go there. AW. Right? There's more. Yes, there is more game modes. Not game modes. Game maps to play on in MLG variant. The rules are slightly twisted a bit. However, do you think it's fair what they've done? I mean,
honestly, I mean, they're still not set in stone. They're still making more updates, I guess you could say, to the rules.
Yeah.
As of right now, when Hardpoint started in this game, it was extremely hectic, with the no respawn delay. Pretty much, you'd have to get more kills, because if they got into the hardpoint, that's where they spawned. It didn't matter even if you were there. You had to literally push them out a couple of times and have your entire team sit there until they finally spawned out. Now that they've added, I believe it's a 2.5 second respawn, now it feels like how it was back in Black Ops 2, and it's lovely. Like, the gameplay is so smooth right now. Adding that 2.5 second respawn added so much to it. As of right now, they're going with definite 4 game modes. They may change it and go back to 3. They're not positive on if they're going to keep uplink or if they're going to go back to the old-fashioned capture the flag. As of right now, they're keeping both.
So
and
definitely sacrifice from one then, or will they keep
it's
all
not
4?
definite. That's still a toss-up as of right now. They don't know if they're going to stay with 4 or just go with 3. It's pretty much going to depend on how, I believe, people feel between uplink and capture the flag in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a really hard toss-up because both games run extremely smooth. Both games are extremely fast-paced, and you have to push each other.
Yeah.
You have to work together very well.
I mean, for now, they've added the 5-second delay in uplink. I see that. I was looking for it today. I haven't actually had a go hard point yet, so I don't know what the respawn delays are like. But, do you think? I think what they're trying to. Do you think they focus on trying to make sure that every team has a fighting chance as long as they use mental state of mind?
Yeah.
See, do you think it's an unfair strat to do things on uplink, like throw the satellite out the map, for example? Let's put it this way: you're in a tie situation 4-4, and say that in capture the flag. If you're about to cap your flag and you die, if you're about to cap the enemy's flag and you die, the enemy's flag will stay there until obviously the enemy's flag from their team retrieves their own flag, so it spawns back in their base. Now, if you're on uplink and you're by the enemy portal and you die with the ball drops to the floor.
Yeah.
All the enemy have got to do is just pick it up and throw it out. Yes, okay, it's a defensive strategy, but then that could be a game. Capture the flag like that is a game changer. I mean, how do you think? Like, do you think it's a fair fighting chance that a team could potentially be, lose a match or tie a match to throw the ball up the map in certain situations?
Now, see, I could see doing that as both a defensive and an actual offensive strategy. And the reason I say this is because you got 3 of your guys in the base, and you have all of them pushing to get back to that ball. If you throw that ball out, you can have your one guy set up on the download spot where that satellite's going to be sitting, and they have a quick tap right then and there. So pretty much you could play it off as, in a sense, a bait and switch with the satellite. And I think you could use that as a very huge opportunity. Now, if you're in the lead and you're just throwing it out of the map just so the other team can't get it, yes, that's going to be a little frustrating for people. But if I don't see many teams doing that. Most teams are going to want to get their points. They're going to want to just keep pushing, and they're going to keep playing it out. The only time I see it really getting thrown out is if it's a very tight fit where you're last one up and you got all 4 members of the enemy team pushing you. Your best bet would be to throw it out, give you guys yourself a little bit more setup, get back off spawn, and be able to push the satellite and not have to worry about being in your base right then and there. So, I mean, it could go either way. It all depends on how teams are going to play it. I see it being a very strong game, especially if you guys use teamwork. The exo boosts and strifes and the dodge, all that's going to make really huge game changes.
Yeah.
And I'm loving it. Like, I've gotten the movement down, and I've gotten myself out of so many situations that in all the other Call of Duties.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the other Call of Duties I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the fantastic thing I like about this. Like, if you can control your character, the game, if you get the flow of the game and you go with the flow of it, with the exo thruster that you have, the capability, it's not just backwards and forwards. You can shift yourself left and right as well. So then that gives you a chance to snap onto people or snap out of situations. That's a really good thing. So, uplink it's in the air. I mean, capture the flag, yes, okay. It's at the moment, speaking in terms of how teams are going to use that, because at the end of the day, you've probably seen it in a lot of GB matches. Teams are going to do what they've got to do to win. It doesn't matter. If you're winning by 1, then obviously you're going to throw it out. If you're winning by 6, you're going to throw it out. So it's kind of, you wouldn't just say, oh well, we're like winning by 6. Let's just keep pushing. I don't think anyone would do that. I think that will get abused. But hopefully we'll see, because they must do something about that. They surely must. So cap to the flag, half point, which I'm really excited for. It's going to be a bit weird having a respawn delay, because on Black Ops 2 you didn't have one.
The only reason they're adding this is because the respawns in this game are still a little hesitant.
Yeah.
They didn't get them fully fixed. I mean, it's still a great game, don't get me wrong. They've only had a couple of bugs really with this game. But other than that, this game, it runs smooth. It's a fun game to play. It's very entertaining, like I've said. So I think adding that 2.5 is definitely going to make a huge game changer, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it put it back to feeling like it was Black Ops 2. I mean, yeah, you got that 2.5 second delay, but now you can be able to push the spawns a lot better now, just like you were in Black Ops 2.
How do you think about the setup on like game modes like Hardpoint, where you on Black Ops 2, because this is pretty much the thing people are happy with, the change that it has. A lot of people have said that it has a feel for Black Ops 2. I played it Hardpoint and ranked in the 4v4s, and the anchoring's really weird. It's more focused on sticking together and just watching cuts instead of having. You need that one person in that dedicated spot. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't feel like you need someone, like, you need to go in this corner and stand on this roof so that we spawn on you. It's more about, you need to be here so that we get map control, but then you need to be here so that I don't get shot in the back. I mean...
Well, that's what it was at first, but because of this respawn delay, now your anchors have a better role of sitting back there and actually holding your spawn. So because of this respawn, it's actually fixed how it's been going. It's still a very fast-paced game, but now your anchors are actually able to hold your spawn down and then rotate. So it's adding a lot more to it. It's giving back to where it was Hardpoint with Black Ops 2, where you got to hold your spawn, you had to rotate, push forward your spawn, and it's going to make it very interesting. I mean, you see a lot of people do it. Instead of pushing Hardpoint first, you push for your spawn. You get spawn control, and then you push for your Hardpoint.
That's understandable. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I mean, like I said, I haven't tried it. I'm excited to try it. S&D. How do you feel about that in this game? I like it. I mean, it's a different flow compared to what we used to. With the you can only stay on one level or sit on a head glitch. That's the Call of Duty that we used to. Sit in a building or on a head glitch, or just cover each other and trade. With this, yes.
The exos definitely make S&D a lot more interesting. I mean, I always loved S&D. It used to be what I played when I was a pub star. I was an S&D pub star, I'll admit it. And I mean, now that I can actually jump on roofs and kind of juke people out doing that, it adds so much to it. It makes such a big play, especially when you're doing clutch situations, and it adds so much more hype to you now. Like, being able to make such a play like that, to where before you had to use your head glitch, or you had to just try and outplay him, or just get
miracle and connection. That's what we
pretty
used
much
to. That is literally what we used to.
But now with this boost, and the dashes and all that, it's made it so much more interesting. It changes the gameplay, and I honestly think it's a much better gameplay. It's very fun, and I'm kind of interested on if they're gonna change anything, if they're gonna keep it up. I kind of want to see how it goes. As of right now, I'm kind of happy with how everything's been going.
Happy with the timer on the bomb?
Yeah.
DPs yet?
They've honestly kept it the same. It's just the only little difference is now you gotta crank the handle to finish it. And I mean, that adds a lot to it, because it's a couple extra, it's literally 0.5 seconds extra that you have on that bomb that is going to change that whole gameplay of how you have to push, knowing that. So
awesome. I mean, so I'm just excited. I'm overwhelmed. I'm literally overwhelmed by it this year. It's only been a week, pretty much, and there's so much to explore. So I'm buzzing. I'm just like, yeah. So in Stage 3 Gaming, you are on Team Orange, and you are the captain of Team Orange, as well as the USA founder of the organisation. How is that going? How's Team Orange doing?
Team Orange is doing phenomenal. As of right now, we had a little misfit, and we are looking for our new fourth. We are trying out a couple people as of right now, and we we got unfortunate and tried getting a team pass for Orlando. We got beat out by it, so right now we're kind of just hoping maybe we get into the Prime tournament and maybe win it. We're just trying to see what we can do and get into Orlando, because we're really looking forward to getting into that LAN event. It's by UMG. I mean, if we can't get into it, we're definitely going to push to get into the next main event, hands down. That's definitely our biggest goals, is just to get to as many LAN events and prove that Team Orange on Stage 3 is going to be another top line competitor.
It will be another top line competitor. I mean, I've seen you guys work. I've watched live streams, I've seen videos. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's going off. It's all going off at once. I just can't. It's just all happening right now. But other than that, I mean, we've got Team White, who have just picked up their fourth as well. Sorry, I'm just playing the videos back. Just get a feel, just so you know, so we can keep watching back. I'm just loving the gameplay that we've all put together in the organisation. So just checking it out. So we've got Team White. I spoke to Team White yesterday. Just to let you guys know, in the organisation, our theme colours are sort of orange, black and white. So as it stands, we've got 3 rosters open. So we've got Team White, which is pretty much now a youth team. Team Orange, which is our pretty much more professional aimed USA roster. And then we're opening, well, I'm the captain of Team Black, and that is from the United Kingdom. So at the moment, I'm looking for 3. If you want to hop on board, then hit me up on Twitter. You see it up there. You know, tweet me, tweet. No, I'm only joking, but yeah, they've picked up their fourth. They're going to go far as well. I mean, I'm excited for it all coming together. Is there any more LAN events coming up? I know you just spoke about Orlando.
As of right now, you actually have Columbus coming up near the end of this month. Actually, I'm pretty sure actually all the tickets are already bought out for that.
No.
Yes. The only way, as of right now, I know you can get a team pass is there is a tournament. I think it actually already happened. I'm not sure. It was either it happened yesterday or it's happening tomorrow. I'm not sure yet if Team Orange is going to be able to make that one. I think we have a couple of personal issues with work schedules and stuff like that that may interfere with participating in this tournament or even going to the events. So right now, our main focus is just to see if we can try and find a way to get into Orlando. If not, we're just going to keep grinding out, become even stronger than we are, and just go to the next LAN event and prove to them Stage 3 is here and we're here to play.
That's what's up. Let's go. I'm hyped. I'm just, like I keep saying, emphasizing, I'm excited. It's going to be a good year for everybody. Well, thank you for your time, Spazzz. It's been a pleasure, as always. If you enjoyed the little interview vlog, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the sub button. Let's get this going. S3 Nation all day long. Peace, guys, and thank you for your time.